I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw my cat sitting on my daffodils.
Bob.
Hello and welcome back to the garden. Today we're going to be planting some grasses and perennials in a new rustic border. Okay, so what we're trying to do here is we're trying to reclaim a lot of this area. If you see here, we've got loads of nettles. Now these nettles are just starting to burst forth. Spring has sprung, and I reckon in a week's time these will be a foot high probably. So what we're doing, we're going to reclaim this, and we're doing it by creating these beds. Now if you look here, what we've done here is we've got cardboard down. We've put a cardboard base down here.
Triple layer.
Triple there, and we're covering it with this old hay that we've got. We're lucky enough to have a lot of old hay knocking around from when we had our horses in the fields there. So we're very lucky because it's really good stuff for growing in. So basically we're going to be covering this in a good layer, thick layer of hay, and then we're using these bits of wood for bordering. And I'm going to border with these old bits of wood. I mean, we do chop up for firewood, but the good thing is we can use some of this wood for making borders, and they're really quite effective, quite rusticy looking borders. So our next step is to put a little bit more hay on the top here. Let's go. So we have another good barrow load here of this old stuff. So let's layer that on nice and thick.
And then we'll soak it in afterwards.
Yep, we've had some thunderstorms here today, and there may be some more coming. Although we do have a bet on.
Yeah.
We've bet €50. I said it will thunderstorm, and Tracy said it won't. So we shall see.
No, you actually said thunder and lightning.
Oh, I think that's good.
No, thunder and lightning.
Oh, I don't know if I said about
and if
lightning.
it doesn't, yes you did.
Well, you've
and
always
you
got lightning when you've got thunder. You don't get
Not
one without the
necessarily.
other, do you?
And you also said that you'd take me out for a meal if we didn't.
Rubbish.
If it
What a strange memory you've got.
if it doesn't, yeah, funny that, isn't it?
Right, I reckon that is probably enough of that to make a good job, and it's really good. Well, it's good nutritious stuff for the plants, isn't it, Tracy?
Yep.
It's old hay.
It will rot down very quickly. It's already half rotted down.
Yeah.
So it's well on its way.
So there we go. That's that stage. Now the next stage is to get these borders put in. So we'll do that now. Okay. So we just put the last one in there. That one fits in there, and there we go. A nice rustic border with old wood. It just adds a bit of definition to the bed, and it looks very natural, doesn't it?
Oh, I'm looking at my Armandii.
Yeah.
This is a Clematis Armandii. It's only been in about, what, 3 or 4 weeks?
Yeah. It's doing well, isn't it?
Absolutely
So do you think he's going to go right over the top of the arch?
Yeah, I think he will actually. It's certainly got a way to go, but
Yeah.
I think he will. Let's hope so.
Okay, well these are the plants that we're going to be planting, and we've put them into roughly the position they're going in, and we will go through with you and show you what we're going to be planting. Okay.
All these plants have been chosen because they all like the same conditions, which is a well-drained soil, a sunny, sheltered position. Right, what have we got? We've got 2 salvias. No idea of names. One was brought out of the dead and dying bin at the garden centre, and this one
was a Vide Grenier, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, came from the Vide Grenier with no label.
Yeah.
Now normally we do keep all the labels for plants, but sometimes they come without them, so you can't. Now all these plants in this bed, apart from the one that came from the Vide Grenier, have come from the dead and dying bin at the local garden centre, which is the reduced section.
Okay.
Now this is well worth a visit because all of these plants, with the exception of one, cost €1 and the other one was €2. So as you can see, it's really good value for money, and it really does help the garden centres to get rid of stock that's come to the end of the season. They want to get new things in, so they're pushing out the old plants. It's not that they really are dead and dying, it's just that they're past their best, but they're still perfectly fine to be planted out or to do something with them. So it is well worth having a
It's
look.
like plant rescue as well. It makes you feel good when they come back to life. It's a good feeling, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what is this one here?
It also means you can buy more plants as well.
This is Vivain.
It's a Verbena bonariensis. It will be tall with small purple flowers.
Yeah.
And quite loose, you know, you can see through it. It's not going to be blocky at all, that's why it's going in the middle.
Right.
We've got, that's
This one.
Coreopsis.
Coreopsis.
Yeah, this is quite a bright one. It's
Yeah.
Sizzle and Spice.
Is this low?
Yeah, that's not too high, that one.
Not too high.
We've got a grass here. This is a Pennisetum rubra, isn't it? The one with the red fluffy foxtails on the end.
Yeah.
Doesn't look much now, of course.
It looks a bit ropey now, but that will come back.
Don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
And this one,
And the other grass,
I used to have hair like this
long time ago, love.
in my youth.
And this one is angel hair. And again, we'll have pink fluffy bits on the end.
See there.
You can see in the photo. Very nice.
Very nice. There we are.
Now, I'm not really a fan of grasses, if I'm honest. I don't usually grow them. Don't really like them in the garden unless it's a lawn. But Brian has decided he'd quite like some grasses in the garden.
I didn't used to like grasses, but I don't know.
Do you think
quite
it's an
nice.
age thing?
Well, it could be, yeah. Quite
You are
nice when they flow in the breeze. Aren't they? Quite nice.
Yeah, well, that's why we're putting them in with the
Yeah.
Verbena bonariensis, because that does exactly the same thing. But it's not blocky, it's quite see-through.
Yeah, so
it should be
let's
quite
get
good.
on and plant them. Now we're going to use some compost here. So we've got the hay, the big wads of hay in there, the old hay, and we're going to use this compost to go around the individual plants.
Yeah, to give each plant a nest.
A nest.
So we make a little nest in the hay, a little hole.
Put in a bit of
Soil or compost.
Okay, this is
The plant, and you'll probably have to pull that back a bit, won't you? This is the grass, the Pennisetum.
Pennisetum.
Stop tickling it, babe.
I'm just tickling the roots to stimulate it. Right, in he goes.
What about that crow? Have you seen that crow on Instagram, the one that goes tickle tickle?
Tickle tickle.
He's really funny, isn't he? Very cute.
A bit of soil in there. A little bit more.
Yeah.
And he wants pushing down a bit, or do you keep him a bit raised like that?
I'll be coming behind afterwards and titivating, dear.
Okay, so that's basically how we do it. And we shall get the rest in. Okay, Tracy's got them planted. And we're just putting a little bit more compost around them to help. Then I think we might top up with a little bit more hay.
Yeah, just to level the bed up.
Just to level it up a little bit. Okay, so that is the bed finished. Now don't forget to give your plants a good drink when you've got them in, which is what we're going to do with this on now. Tell you what,
I'm being eaten alive by mosquitoes.
whoever used to use these old watering cans in the old days must have had muscles like Popeye, because it's
They did.
very heavy.
Didn't have workouts in those days.
You didn't need to go to the gym, did you?
No.
Okay, so Tracy, you've banked it up a little bit more with the hay.
And now we leave it to its own devices.
Yeah.
The hay will rot down, obviously, it will compost.
And we had cardboard underneath. Now that cardboard will gradually
That will decompose,
decompose.
suppressing all the weeds underneath. You've then got a thick layer of hay, which will also help because it decomposes really well. So you will get a good base. It will be good.
So we'll keep an eye on this over the next few weeks. Make sure, we'll have to make sure that we keep it watered.
Shouldn't
Because-
need to water it too much in this weather. It looks like it's going to rain again.
Yeah, it does, but
We
Yeah.
have kept everything away from around the crown of the plant, so it may look like, you know, we've buried them all too deep. We haven't. It's just the way we've curled the hay round them. But they're all fine. They'll be fine.
Okay, so thank you very much for watching our little video. I hope you enjoyed it. We have the rest of this jungle to tame, which we're going to be doing over the next few weeks. So we're going to be putting on a gardening video every week, hopefully. So please come and join us. If you could like and subscribe, we'd really appreciate it. Looks like I've lost the bet because it hasn't thundered and it hadn't lightning, so I've lost again. Why do I always lose the bets?
Because you do.
I do, don't I?
You never pay up anyway.
True.
If I said €200, you still wouldn't pay it. So, or a euro. I never seem to get.
I'll give you a euro. I will. Anyway, yes, we've got all this here to tame. We're going to try and. I want flowers in here, by the way, Tracy. You already got all the shrubs, but this is supposed to be a sea of flowers this year.
Now, what do you think the perennials are?
Yeah, there's more flower planting to be done. So.
Yeah, but we also have to, because of the resident hawk, we have to get some.
Keep some cover for the little dicky birds.
Yeah, and we know the other day I was out here and the hawk, suddenly all the birds went crazy, absolutely crazy, and they all dived down into the brambles, and I wondered what on earth was going on. And then I saw the hawk, and he came overhead, and all the poor little ones were like in those brambles, and he couldn't touch them, he couldn't get in there.
It is
but
a pain.
The point is, we do need to make sure that we're providing enough cover.
Well, we do try, and we've planted a hawthorn. That's nice, prickly hawthorn
yeah,
to
we
give
need
them
to
some
get
cover.
some more though, don't we?
Yeah.
Some things like some pyracantha are good as well.
The dead
Berberis
hedge.
are brilliant.
The dead hedge is good for the little birds to get out of the way as
he can't get
well.
in there either, so that's another good one.
It's just one of the downfalls of being out in the country. It can be quite nasty with these sort of predators and things. We feed the birds and then he comes and
tries to take them.
tries to get them, yeah. So anyway, that's it for now. Please hang on to the end of the video.
Oh, and you forgot to say that we will be starting this week, we will be starting the potting shed.
Oh yes, we're starting our Victorian style potting shed this week, so please come and take a look at that. There's a little bit of magic on the end of the video. Tracy has created a little bit of magic for the magic garden, so please come and take a look at that. It's quite interesting.
A little water feature.
Little water feature. Yeah, it only took you about, what, 3 months?
It's supposed to take about an hour and a half. Took me about 2 days.
Yeah, but it's done.
We did have, as per usual, we didn't have really any of the parts, did we?
But you persevered.
All together.
Persevered and got there in the end. Okay, we better go. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Enjoy your gardening, and see you next time.
Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye-bye.
Bye.